Hello everyone, how's your day? I hope you all are doing absolutely fine. Today, we're diving into our Slash Today IF Up, starting with a story that's equal parts hilarious and painfully relatable. Imagine gearing up for your dream job interview, only to realize you've shown up at the wrong office, over 1,000 kilometers away. Yep, that's exactly what happened to one unfortunate job seeker. Let's jump in and see how this epic fail unfolded.
Today, I F up a job interview in the funniest way. So I've been looking for a new job for a while now, kind of wanting a change of scenery. My current isn't really challenging me anymore. So I've been dropping the odd application here and there when something crops up in my field, engineering. But in particular, one specific field, won't say for privacy, but it's relatively niche. Had the odd interview here and there, mostly went well, mix of in-person and virtual. For clarity, I've been applying for multiple sites and overseas because I want a bit of a move. Well, a couple of weeks ago I'd been sleeping like shit, and with my job I can basically pick my own hours/shifts/breaks. Just need to be on call a lot as well. As a result, if I get tired during the day and I'm doing WFH, I'll often take a nap just so I can actually get a bit of sleep. Well, one day I'm taking a post-lunch snooze because I'd done a 16-hour day and only had a few hours sleep the night before. Settle into bed and enter my peaceful slumber. Well, of course, after an hour my phone goes off, private number. Could be a scam, but I also know the place I've been applying most aggressively for only ever calls back from a private number. So I, still half asleep, groggy, and still in bed, and do my usual greeting. In my state, I missed the caller's name, but she says it's about a position I applied for with this place. Am I still interested? Often they take a long time to get back to you. I say yep, and we book an interview for a week from then. I manage to find a pen and jot down the date. Ask if it'll be virtual or in person. In person at office name. Do I know where that is? I've actually been there a fair few times, so yep, we wrap up and I go back to sleep. When I eventually wake up properly, I put it in my calendar and think, which freaking job was that though? Jump on their site, go through my applications from the last 9 months or so trying to figure it out, but nothing seems to match. They're all either not at that office or have a male contact person, so I'm confused, but whatever, I'll show up and wing it. Most of the roles are very similar, and this place sends out confirmation emails before the interview with all the details. Well, that never showed up, but I'm still set on going. Now the name of the office is formatted as Company Plaza City, but everyone just calls it Company Plaza. I've never heard it called its full name except outside super official documentation. I rock up on the day 15 minutes early in a suit, head straight upstairs. This office has a rule that if you're not an employee you need to check in. They get you a visitor lanyard that explicitly says you must be escorted everywhere. Probably can guess what field it is from that. And wait for your escort. Well, I go to check in, give my name and ID, politely wait. Well, after a minute or two of looking for my appointment details, security says they can't find me in there. Do I know who I'm meeting? Damn. No. But it's for a job interview. Get a look from her and she scrolls through some more. I don't see any interviews scheduled today. You're sure it's not at nearish alternate location with completely different name? Yep, she definitely said this office. Now at this point I'd normally call her and ask what's up, but she 1. Didn't send the confirmation email, and 2. Called from a private number, so I have absolutely no way of contacting her, or even what her name is. I decide I'll sit in the lobby. I'm sure she'll asking what's up probably, and I can explain. So I'm sitting around for 15 to 20 minutes, and 5 minutes past the start time. Phone goes off, private number. Great, this'll be her. She asks where I am. I say just at the security desk, but there seems to be an issue, they don't have me listed. She says she'll send an escort right out, shouldn't be a moment. Just hold the line with her. Nobody comes. She says there's just the guard at the security desk, nobody else. What the frick? Well, the issue was, remember how I said the official name of the office included the city but nobody used it? She, of course, on the first call just said, Company Plaza, and I made the assumption it was the one I was familiar with and live like 15 minutes from. She did in fact mean the other one, which is much smaller, and over 1,000 kilometers away. I stumble through explaining the misunderstanding and ask if she wants to reschedule an in-person and I'll fly down, or we do virtual later, or I can just do it on the call right here, right now in the lobby. We do the call then and there, 30 minutes sitting there trying to get through the 4-question format they do while not knowing what the job even is. Basically, despite it being something I'm qualified and experienced in, I'm fairly certain I cocked up the interview and didn't get this new and exciting position that I would have been super keen for, including a move to a city I much prefer. TLDR. Had an interview for a great job that ticked all the boxes for me. Went to the wrong office in a different state due to a misunderstanding arising from me taking a nap after lunch.
Wow, this story is a masterclass in how a little miscommunication can snowball into chaos. The sheer comedy of confidently walking into the wrong office, being unable to contact the interviewer, and then scrambling to salvage the situation is both mortifying and hilarious. It's a stark reminder to double-check every single detail, especially when it involves something as important as a dream job interview. Here's hoping the next opportunity comes with a bit less confusion and a lot more coffee.
Today I F up by failing 2 college classes. Long story short, I'm a bit of a moron. I, 17F, am a senior in high school. This year I decided to take 2 college classes online through my local community college. The terms of this were that if I fail, I have to pay back the class fees to my school. Completely reasonable. However, what I didn't take into consideration is that I absolutely suck at online learning. I don't have the self-discipline to learn that way and stay on track. If the lecture is not in front of me, it slips to the back of my mind. I also, stupidly, overloaded my workload this school year. I am taking 3 AP classes, working part-time, doing an individual research event for DECA, stage managing my high school's musical production, working on my Girl Scout Gold Award, assistant stage managing for my local community theater, and working on my MYDA. With all that going on, my college classes sat on the back burner. I am completely aware that this is my fault, that I should have stopped procrastinating and made time for my college work, that I shouldn't have overestimated myself. But what's done is done, and now I have to face the consequences. There is one class that I absolutely will not pass no matter what I do, and another where there's a chance I could scrape by. I'm going to be working on that all week. If I fail both, I'll have to pay about $1,400. If I fail one, it's more like $657. I can afford it. It's going to be a huge hit to my savings, but I can do it. There's also the academic problem. I have no idea how college GPAs and high school GPAs work or how dual enrollment affects your high school GPA, but I know it can't be good. What I'm more worried about is my parents. I've always had an interesting relationship with my parents, and this year we've finally made some leeway. They've been so proud of me, giving me attention and recognition, and now that it's finally happening, I don't actually deserve it. I'm going to tell my dad tonight, and we will see how that goes. TLDR, I procrastinated in 2 college classes as a high schooler and now will face financial, personal, and academic consequences.
Taking on too much can be a recipe for disaster. And this story is a perfect example of how even the best intentions can spiral out of control. Balancing high school, college, work, and extracurriculars is a Herculean task, so it's no wonder something slipped through the cracks. The important thing is recognizing where things went wrong and learning from it. This lesson might be a hard one, but it's clear you're determined to face the consequences and grow from it. Here's hoping it works out, and that next time, you give yourself a bit more breathing room.
Today I F up by attempting to spread the holiday cheer. It's that time of the year to be merry and joyous. I've always been a person to try to extend that everywhere. You never know what's going on in someone's life, and sometimes the smallest things can make a huge difference. My daughter is an amazing artist. This year, I decided I was going to have her make some custom trinkets to give to my colleagues. I had an idea of what I wanted to do that would be unique and cute. Asked some questions, and then ordered the supplies. She's been feverishly pounding out these winter-themed trinkets like some kind magical elf from the north, and I must say they are awesome. Everything has been going to plan. I have my sheet together, I got an early start, and holy hell, it's all coming together for once. This has never happened before, so I'm overly excited, like Santa getting ready to shotgun enough milk and cookies to have a sugar high so great that he delivers an entire world of presents in one night. Here is where I F up. I have international colleagues. It hit me hard. How do I ship these items? I didn't realize that shipping would be absolutely horrific. I've purchased items all over the planet for my entire adult life. Shipping has never cost more than $25. I haven't mailed anything in over a decade. The last time I shipped something to someone, it was $10 to have it 3-day expedited across the country. Imagine my surprise when shipping rates are in the hundreds of dollars to ship a tiny box with an item that weighs close to a quarter of a pound. TLDR, I tried to do something small and awesome for the holiday, which is going to get me absolutely railed by one fortunate shipping company.
Sometimes even the best-laid holiday plans can take an unexpected turn. The effort and creativity that went into those trinkets are heartwarming, but the shock of modern international shipping costs is all too relatable. It's a great reminder that even the most thoughtful gestures can come with surprises. Hopefully, those gifts find their way without breaking the bank. And the holiday cheer is worth every penny.
Today I F up by making my ex a PPT hoping to win her back. My ex broke up with me a few months back. Since then, I've been having a really hard time moving on. She was my everything, and I couldn't stop thinking about how to get her back. I tried reaching out multiple times, messaging her, asking her to play games with me, and even texting her casually, but her responses were always distant, and she made it clear she didn't want anything one-on-one with me. I thought I could fix things if I explained myself better, so I made a PowerPoint presentation with all the reasons why we should give our relationship another chance and apologize for constantly crossing boundaries. I asked her to get on a call with me to share it, and she agreed. During the call, she listened to the presentation but told me that she's tired of repeating herself and explaining why she doesn't want to be with me and called me selfish. She then said she doesn't even want to play games with me anymore and blocked me on the only platform I could contact her on. Now, I feel completely devastated and lost. I care about her so much, and I don't know how to let go. It feels like she was the most important person in my life, and now I don't know what to do. I know what I did was not the right thing to do. TLDR. Made my ex a PPT hoping to win her back. Instead, she got upset and blocked me from everywhere.
It's tough when you're still holding on, especially after a breakup. The desire to make things right is completely understandable, but sometimes even the most well-meaning gestures can push things further apart. It's clear you care deeply for her, but it's also important to respect her boundaries. Breakups are hard, but healing often comes with space and time. This might be a difficult lesson, but it's a step toward moving on and finding the peace you deserve. Stay strong, and remember, you'll get through this. Well, that was a roller coaster of holiday mishaps, epic fails, and heartfelt lessons. Whether it's mixing up your dream job interview, biting off more than you can chew, or trying to win someone back with a PowerPoint, we all have those moments where things don't go as planned. But hey, it's all part of the journey. If you've learned something from today's stories, don't forget to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more. Until next time, take care and stay fine.